Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously. Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise, it'll keep bugging us.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Don't worry. There's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if who knows how long it will be before I get to you.
Well, if you have some...
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All work, but you needn't worry. At least, not whilst we're investigating this matter. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such... But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should... I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats... Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a...
Oh, Paimon's already learned some Mark my words! Vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from... It seems you don't respect the...
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend." However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value. Yet also oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a...
But didn't you just say, my dear...
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can... It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So however, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them. This is only the first step in making a greeting.
Wait. This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be...
Ah. Very well. Come with...
May the god of Animo protect you.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right? This can't be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility...
Huh?
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your... Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow, the Lawrence name really...
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient.
Hey! Stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. And again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's try to find someone else to talk. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine. More speed. You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't...
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt, and if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the...
You have a point, but mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius. I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't...
Forget it. There's no... It's all right. This happens quite a...
Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know... Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
So this is the way things are normally for you?
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. It is now my turn. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family.
Yeah! Why were you so willing to try—
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as something I like to do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems—
no need! Besides, the traffic, right? Right? We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting any—
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than but we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me.
It's so—
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of for example, you can see that part of the path up ahead, but a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but...
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of— compared to what we've already seen. This should be a piece of cake. This is where you—
You look pretty confident this time. All right, let's get started. Remember... beg for mercy. Yeah. Not bad. A lot better than I had. Don't flat. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real, there's a ley line monolith just up ahead. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet. My family said only that. Let's proceed. More speed. This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly. Vengeance will be mine! Eye for an eye! Yeah. Everybody stand!
Coming moments of birth.
Yeah.
Live!
Well done. And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings, given such an outstanding performance.
Like Paimon said? So, that's it for our train.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand, seem to have made no progress at all.
What?
Yes, of course. You were frantically. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Hey! That's not true!
Whatever the reason, not heeding my Now, drink this.
Huh? What is it? Are you trying to poison Paimon?
Certainly not. It's war. Didn't you just say that you were freezing?
Oh,
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for vengeance now, wouldn't it? So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Paimon knew something was off!
All in the name of vengeance. No need to thank me. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mons. I already have something in mind.
Ozzy, my dear familiar.
Ozzy? What's gotten into you?
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight. We meet again, Amber. Seems we're just bound. Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all eat together?
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's...
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleischmiss...
Coming right up. It'll take some...
Hold on a moment. Is this
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this
You're gonna take
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I... Well, then...
delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a...
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my...
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it Gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression. Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that...
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might misunderstand you. Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take—
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me. Ugh, it's no wonder so many people dislike you.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very... There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well...
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about—
No need. I've left the Mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. All right, next you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale.
Aren't you coming with us?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the...
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness. Well, until next time.
Let's meet again. What an interesting bunch you are.
Here, the Gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut is ready to go. And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says...
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula, but she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now. What's up with that?
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence. They are unable to see past her family. Therefore, they don't... So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
How come you're able to see Eula?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused many people signed a petition demanding that the Knight... At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters.
Whoa! So...
That's right. So you can imagine how determined... But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, in the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated I believe a day will come when...
Once everything's settled, we should go talk...
I'm glad. I take care.
Seems to be pretty tattered, but there's a really fancy chair. Could this be another?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid A few humble words, huh? Yes, that's... Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded.
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
It appears I have misjudged you. Supreme brilliance. The glory of the nobility. Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility. It appears you have become well-versed in our etiquette.
Oh, so he was testing...
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must, if I may ask, From whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech? Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential.
By the way, we brought a gift. Ahem.
Could this be? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young... It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. Ah, yes. This aroma...
Now even Paimonster...
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you... wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was meant to be a family secret. Well, considering your meticulous... Please, come with me. We happened to see some... friends from a distant land.
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
Well then, let's get going, shall we?
Do you think his friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky.
Wish me luck!
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they are, and therefore we shouldn't allow them...
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize...
Let's proceed, shall we? As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected.
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there! Who's this?
If you really must, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the slightest...
But this matter is of utmost secrecy.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman?
No need to sound all high and mighty like... Fine.
Don't wander about if you don't have business being...
They don't dare to question you.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past time...
Preparations, but I still can't shake. Who are you? Just because someone brought you here, don't...
More speed.
Where have I seen this person? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring...
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are
Our plans are strictly Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonius has been very...
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, the Knights of Favonia...
And what about...
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been dripped. You must immediately offer your sincerest apology.
Fine. I'll take your word. Now, to the matter at hand.
Oh, so...
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Let me see. Aha.
Excuse me? I'll have you know that shape is the symbol of...
Ah, I see. Crude.
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what the rights to that building, as well as the whole...
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling over the... We will make good use of the intel you provided. Also,
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. And my new friend here. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then... Perfect.
May I remind you once again that we must...
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the Honorary Knight and their trusty companion, Paimon! We're here to crush your evil schemes into dust!
So this was all just a ploy to
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust...
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh? We'll see about that!
Just as I expected. I knew I should have No matter. We already have the intel we...
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later.
He's to the core.
Beg for mercy.
Right.
I condemn you.
Looks like I went too far.
La 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 la.
Let's end this quickly.
Shut up.
I slipped up.
Yeah. Ha.
The door is open. Let's go.
More speed.
Let the show be... Is that Eula?
Don't touch me!
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place is Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Aha! I see now. So you're... Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such tradition...
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no...
You have brought shame to our
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not the...
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. You still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here, and leave with me. Then I shall plead with the family to spare you, and give you a new beginning.
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to attack the Knights of Favonius?
I shall say this one last time. You are... The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must...
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why, you unruly maid!
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make, trying to keep the...
You dare lecture?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle Schubert, I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And the Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all!
Things are starting to get pretty...
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. the Honorary Knight and I have other matters to attend. Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across some
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the knights.
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. And a lazy one at that. Let's discuss this later.
They're here! Stop them!
Burst forth!
Oz, repeat!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Myself.
Witness my great undertaking!
This is trouble. The loneliness of death.
More speed. Eye for an eye.
You can't run!
By royal decree!
Shouldn't get careless. I see through you! You need to kill me! You've only just begun. Looks like
Beg for mercy.
the loneliness of death. Back into it. Let's not waste time. Let's end this
Crush!
quickly.
More speed. Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you.
Time to fulfill my duty.
Shudder.
This isn't good.
Crush. More speed. More speed.
Ready, steady, go!
More speed. Shudder! More speed.
Here, huh? I guess there's no other option but to fight!
Shudder!
You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
More speed. Eye for an eye! Beg for mercy. Flood of frost. Rack and ruin. This must be it. But without my uncle as their puppet, they're...
The Fatui wouldn't have relied on...
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, as opposed, the Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition wouldn't just be Mondstadt alone. Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things from here.
You suddenly appeared at just the right moment.
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier, I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to return the
Finally, in reality, you were worried about us and your uncle, so you brought it
My purpose was vengeance. You don't look too bright. And mark my words, I'll...
Hey! What
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Just you wait. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the Knights of Favonius and take it from here.
Sure. Well...
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next time. More speed. You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.
Not yet.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your sister would have well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both, and when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Then Paimon will be... Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started... Yeah, Paimon bitch. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko and Leah! Let's see what she had...
More speed. More speed. Oh. Hello. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We can...
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this... All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for... I don't know how many days. My rations... But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning... that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose one of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule, loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this, but after spending so long under that oppressive... What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon... You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outland, but if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break...
But it's an armed fleet, right?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux Fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run.
Then there's no time to lose.
Time to scout. Shudder! Ha, ha. Beg for mercy.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatui in Osile, right? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you, judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing. I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the—
Huh? The fragrance of what?
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible?
Well, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing—
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash?
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There are 2 important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to—
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless—
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may—
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
You just want him to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much—
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the—
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Martial arts tournaments always— but when the combatants are obliged to exercise restraint—
Go on, get yourself to Guyun and sign up already. I've already fixed up the— Go on, I've already fixed—
The sound of the ocean waves.
What in the world do those symbols really mean?
More speed. Yeah. More speed.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned. Hello?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about...
Me? Only a former runner-up in the...
Uh-huh.
What? You... Nonsense! Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. They tried to sneak past me under the cover. I planted a left hook. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day.
I'll see you in the...
Are you...
That's right. Nothing beats real life, but this tournament is more than just a chance.
Exactly. With a
His mask?
Famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan. And his skills, you probably wouldn't have heard of it. He's got to be a Grand Master or something. To the Ling Shan clan...
Force disperse?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you. And for example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist. Or change the direction of an incoming stone.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a...
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't...
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without... Recently, though, we heard that a Vision Bearer joined the Kazuha clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a Vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Ling Shan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the...
See you in the arena!
More speed.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the... If so, seems I've...
So you're also...
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think For me, obtaining a vision is the final and... No. It's not about what I want to do. I know how that sounds, but I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous... In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, a vision
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on... I seem to have gained another fan. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to...
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and
Jinx the
another
Village
guy
arm
who's
wrestling champion, huh?
really
Next, please.
average.
What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask, aren't you? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder...
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament. Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure it's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah. Also, don't forget to
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Right. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because
there's another prize, too? Oh.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to a...
But why would anyone want to go
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with... Well, I'm sure a great hero... Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about...
Hey, so... even though you don't have a vision, most people... So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental... In any case, looking at the competition, it should... Alright, it's...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready? Good.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew. So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite...
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think. You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to... You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying, and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top... Well, since everyone sees... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who... So, I'm putting you...
Huh? But we only just started the qual...
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level, you would have...
To be...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you... We're finally here, folks. The real
The captain... Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semi... You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause. Very well.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go...
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has... I do not doubt your abilities, but...
Relax. My guy's at the top of his...
Okay,
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong...
I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the bat.
Right! If you had a vision...
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid, but mine, I lost interest eventually. You can't... I've fought and won against vision bearers before.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to...
No, I didn't. I only wanted to... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them.
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again.
By the way...
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. So don't get too
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated.
Maybe next time.
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a form. I faltered. For but a brief, given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. Still, I'm sure he'll be no...
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge? Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he... Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still...
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery.
Thanks, I'll...
You gave an outstanding. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of the... But you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard.
I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the final. As for the guy you'll be facing, what's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of...
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules?
Gathering intelligence is an essential... Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt.
You betcha! Wait a second.
Does one not leave a trace? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. Come with me.
Kazuha's had his eye on you. If you've got anything to ask him.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the... You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations. When I talk about that which since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
Hey, stop evaluating us...
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy?
Aw, it's nothing really. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, honestly, even Paimon doesn't
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange. Now then.
Come into being. Feel this ancient power.
Shudder! Freeze to the core!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Your skills in Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his... In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be... The world is a truly mysterious...
You seem kind of obsessed with visions.
I desire to know what meaning and what influences the gods' decision. My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the... Not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
She sounds less like an archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax. We've seen many exciting Now, I'd like to introduce... He strikes fear and...
Wow!
I'm sure everyone witnessed... But today's final round will... As for our other combatant... he... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't...
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about Captain Beto. Perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought that
No need to worry. Even the craftiest slight... The culprit has only... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my response.
Well, if you and I'll stay here and try to offer something.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense the...
I'll stay behind and explain the situation. The spectators were all geared up to see an exciting match.
By royal decree.
Leaving so soon. Prepare yourself. You can't run from death.
Go, Barbara, go! I'll protect us. Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Freeze!
Live!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure...
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you... Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate...
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be... Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of... In other words, you failed to meet any...
You...
But most disappointing of all, it appears that the vision doesn't respond to human...
Fine! Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register...
Aha! So
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this... Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's... I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow, you still managed... Drat. This could... I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway.
You know, according to the laws of the sea...
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final... It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot...
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go...
I never would have guessed you could be so... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
What are you trying moments to do? Of birth. Live!
No! No!
He has persevered to the bitter end. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you.
No need for that.
Huh? Paimon doesn't...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it... But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to... From the moment he stole the vision, I've tried many other methods, though few tales tell of a master... After seeing you command multiple elements... Come, why don't you give it a try? I see. So you are also... No matter. This was expected. I suppose this...
Yeah, what's this?
The story begins with an... He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of...
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying... All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble, but thank you.
Huh? Did Beta leave up?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beta was muttering something about Ningguang being a...
It's not a...
But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent, and he knew he stood no chance of winning the match. In which case, the Crux clash
Huh? So, if that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beta... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great... Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast...
Paimon believes you'll find...
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the...
Going out into the world and investigating, turning the...